Hello, I'm a foreign investigator, and I got called over by a police officer who found a 5'1" woman that appeared to be murdered by multiple wounds, and she looks about 5'1". So I'm just gonna take a look. Right. Hello, I'm the foreign investigator for this.
ID, please. Thank you. Go ahead. Before a investigator or someone enters the crime scene, we have to make sure that one, they're reliable and they have the ID badge. So therefore, we don't have anybody we don't have authorized into the crime scene. So we just check to make sure that they have their ID and that everything is covered from head to toe.
Okay, so we use crime tape to block off the crime scene so that people that aren't supposed to go in don't go in, and to keep the evidence where it is.
Wearing stuff like this so I don't contaminate the crime scene. That's also why there's tape around the crime scene so no one else comes and contaminates. Usually I'll wear this sort of outfit, I'll cover my feet, and I'll wear gloves, and then also I'll wear a mask so my breathing it doesn't contaminate the
If anyone else goes into the crime scene, you need to wear hoodies so that you don't contaminate anything.
outdoor area, so I'm going to use the grid method. So first thing I see crossing over is going to be these step little marks over here. These could be the footprints of the killer. So I'm going to list that off as evidence 1. As I keep on walking forward, you can see there's a knife. So I'm going to list that off because that could be the murder weapon, because there's still remnants of blood and you can see blood around the victim, so that could be a possible thing. And then also that's also included on the knife, that could be listed off as a third evidence, is that right here you can see a thumbprint, and that could most likely be the one of the killer right there. So I'm going to test that up in my lab and see if the fingerprints match to someone so we can find the person who did this. So then I go on to the body, and this is a 5'1" female. You can tell she has multiple wounds, presumably stab wounds. So you would list that off. And also there is some blood marks on her face and maybe fingerprints. So I'm going to list that off as number 4. And while I'm on that, I'm going to get my evidence bag. I will use my little evidence bag. One thing that we use these for is to collect DNA or evidence. So if we put it in other options like a Ziploc bag or another holding container, it can get mold in other plastic containers. So we use a Q-tip in our friendly neighborhood bag, our paper bag. So I'll use my handy Q-tips. I will grab it like so, and I will dab that in there. Make sure I got a lot of evidence on it. Look at all that blood, and then I put it in my little evidence bag, and I will label that at the end. But as you can see, there's one more evidence that I've come upon that I need to further investigate. But I will continually go in my grid method search, and I see 2 things that appall me. We already addressed the footprint, so we can ignore that. But the one thing that we can see that leads to some question is a drag mark, so we can tell that the body wasn't there before. Also, what I forgot to mention over there was, even though there was blood on the victim, it was a little dry. So you can tell, even though this body was found at 7:30 in the morning by this one jogger, you can tell that she wasn't murdered then. This body's old, so you can attempt by this one drag mark that she wasn't murdered here. There's no other extra blood spatters in the background. It's only the stuff on her body in this one. So you can further explain or further detail yourself on maybe she was dragged here. So I will put that as my evidence 5. So following the laws of documentation, and which I have right here, if anyone enters the crime scene, such as Brooke as herself, because since I can't carry this all the way to further investigate what the heck is going on here, which is probably a murder, but I need her to, we'll show at the end, she'll probably label it, I'll give her all the details of suspect victim, blah, 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 but you get the gist. So I will document her in my thing, say, oh, Brooke was here. Can you sign it? Can you sign it?
Yes.
Here you go. And then I document her time that she was in. So right now, as you can see, it's about 10:34 in the morning. So she was here then, and she is leaving now at
35.
well, not 10:35, but 10:36, and she's out of it. So one of the other things, other than my assistants like Brooke taking the evidence away from the crime scene, is my photographer. So we can see, or at least trace back to what we can go back and further when we're doing the autopsy to figure out like the exact positioning of everything. Like there will be a sketch drawer here soon, but until then we can have the exact photos to see where everything was, where the blood was, and see if we can recreate if we need to be back in that mindset. One of my other things that I need is basically, other than my photographer, I definitely need my drawers. Because the whole deal with this is the most important sketch. Because that, even though the photographer takes place of like where it was and everything was, she gets exact positioning. She's the one who draws it. She's the most fantastic, not scientific, scientifically drawn, and she does measurements. So we can see, oh, it's however many meters away from the tree, or where everything was in place due to that measuring. So first she would measure the crime scene and the proximity and stuff like that, but then she will draw it and then label it out. Then finally, after everything is done, when the photographer came, when the sketch drawer came as well, we have our recorder come as well. This further gives us details onto what we can investigate from the crime scene and positioning, and it just furthers our knowledge on that.